Sawadika.
Sawadika. We are from Group 6.
Today, we would like to present about Thailand.
Thailand is one of the most dynamic economies in the South Asia. Over the year, the country has transformed from an agriculture-based economy into a more diverse one that includes manufacturing, export, services, and tourism. Tourism is one of the most important parts of the Thailand's economy. Every year, many tourists from around the world visit Thailand to see popular places like Bangkok, Phuket, and Chiang Mai. Thailand has a strong and diverse export sector. The country is known as the Detroit of Asia because it is the largest car producer in the South Asia. In addition, agriculture plays a big role in the economy. Thailand is one of the world's largest exporter of the rice, rubber, and sugar, and also exports a lot of the processed foods such as canned seafood, frozen meals, and ready-to-eat products to countries in North America, Europe, and Asia.
In terms of education, since 2005, the government has provided 15 years of free education, which include 3 years of preschool, 6 years of primary school, and 6 years of secondary school. In addition, Thailand continues to grow its bilingual and English integrated education programs, particularly in urban schools.
The 1 Million Trees Initiative is a major urban greening project by the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, launched in 2022 to improve air quality, reduce heat, and increase green spaces across the city. The first phase successfully planted over 1 million trees in all 50 districts ahead of schedule. Now, the second phase aims to plant an additional 1.6 million trees primarily in eastern districts by 2026. The project focuses on native and fast-growing species to provide shade and trap dust, helping to combat pollution. Community involvement and partnership with private agencies support the effort. While planting new trees is vital, experts stress the importance of preserving mature trees to maximize long-term environmental benefits. Overall, this initiative reflects Bangkok's strong commitment to creating a healthier, greener, and more sustainable city.
Today, I'll be talking about religion in Thailand. Most Thai people follow Buddhism and even the king and royal family are Buddhist. But interestingly, Thailand constitution doesn't declare Buddhism as the official religion. It only says that Buddhism has been long respected by most Thai people. Thailand offers freedom of religion as long as the exercise of religious freedom is not harmful to the security of state. The law officially recognizes 5 religious groups: Buddhists, Muslims, Hindus, Sikh, and Christian.
I'm so happy. My students just won bronze at the National Science Fair. I'm so proud of them. They have had extra classes every weekend, and we just got a new lab last month.
That's amazing. I wish I could say the same thing. My students want to do well, but we don't have enough science teachers. Sometimes I have to teach a subject I wasn't trained for.
Wait, really?
Yeah, besides that, our internet is so slow that we can't even do proper lesson. Meanwhile, I heard the Bangkok school got more bigger resources and budget, right?
It's true, we get a lot of support, but I didn't realize the gap was this big.
That's the problem. We are not given the same tools between the rural and urban areas. It's so hot today! Next, we're moving on to the domestic issues, specifically in education sector. Educationally inequality between urban and rural areas in Thailand has been a serious problem since at least the mid-2010s. It became more obvious when the 2018 PISA test showed a big drop in rural students' performance, especially in reading, where score fell by 60 points compared to 2015. These results show that the students from rural schools and low-income families often do worse than those in city, proving that there is a long-standing gap in education. One reason for this gap is the difference in teaching quality and school resources. In Bangkok, students usually learn from trained teachers, have full school facilities, and can attend extra classes or tuition. But in rural areas like Nong Buai Lampu or Nakhon Sitamarat, students face serious problems. Many schools don't have enough qualified teachers, and sometimes the teachers have to teach the subject they didn't study for. There are also fewer learning materials, poor internet, and almost no extra learning support. On top of that, families in rural areas earn only 68% of what urban families earn, making it hard for them to support their children's education. Because of this unfair condition, students across Thailand protested in 2020. They said that the school system was outdated, stressful, and unfair, especially for students in the countryside. They wanted a better, modern curriculum, fair access to education for everyone, and more focus on teaching skills, not just memorizing facts. In response, the Thailand government started one of the biggest education reform in recent years, the complete redesign of the national curriculum. This began in 2021 and aims to make the curriculum more flexible, student-focused, and relevant to today's world. It is set to be introduced step by step starting in 2034. This reform shows that the government is finally listening to the students, and it could help reduce the unfair gap between cities and rural schools.
The next domestic issue in Thailand is air pollution. So what are the causes, effects, and solutions? Air pollution is a major environmental and health problem in Thailand, especially in big cities like Bangkok. The situation has worsened in recent years, affecting people's daily lives, health, education, and the economy. Causes of air pollution. The main causes of air pollution in Thailand is crop burning. Farmers burn leftover rice, corn, and sugarcane waste to clear land. This practice releases large amounts of smoke and tiny particles into the air. Another cause is forest fires, especially in the north, which are sometimes started to collect forest products. In the cities, vehicle emissions from old diesel trucks and cars, along with factory pollution, also add to the problem. So, the particulate matter and air quality, the most dangerous pollutant is PM2.5, which refers to tiny particles that can go deep into the lungs and bloodstreams. In January 2025, Bangkok's PM2.5 level reached 108 micrograms per cubic meter air, more than 20 times the safe limit set by the World Health Organization, which is only 5 micrograms per cubic meter air. So, what are the effects on health and society? Air pollution can cause diseases such as lung infections, heart disease, stroke, and cancer. According to Widow Air, around 29,000 people died early in Thailand in 2021 due to air pollution. Children and pregnant women are especially at risk with problems like low birth weight and ADHD. Pollution also affects education. On 24 January 2025, over 350 schools in Bangkok were closed because the air was too dangerous. The air quality index reached between 159 and 185, which is considered unhealthy to very unhealthy. If this continues, the Thai economy could lose 6 billion baht, about RM 800 million, in just 1 month due to lower productivity and higher health costs. So the government actions and solution is that the Thai government took some short-term steps like closing schools, asking people to work from home, banning some heavy trucks, using cloud seeding to make rain. However, these are only temporary fixes. For long-term solutions, experts suggest that banning the crop burning completely, stricter vehicle emission laws, using clean energy, and raising public awareness.
Alia, I heard you got a job overseas. How did you do it? I've been looking for a job vacancy everywhere and I cannot find any.
Last time I found it on Facebook. Maybe you can try it on too?
สวัสดีครับคนเลวมาแล้วครับคนเลวมาพัทยาแก้เหงาผมขอลาแก้ผ้าผมขอทีได้เปล่าขอทีได้เปล่าขอที
In the video, one of the key ways traffickers operate is by luring victims through fake job offers or online job applications. Victims are tricked into being smuggled across dangerous borders. The traffickers bring them through natural crossings such as forests, rivers to avoid immigration checkpoints. In the video, there is a man called Wan Kwok Koi, also known as Broken Tooth, who is a non-criminal figure who was reportedly involved in illegal online gambling and human trafficking near the border of Myanmar. His involvement highlights how organized crime has evolved using modern tools like online platforms to lure victims while still relying on smuggling routes. Other than that, the People's Party MP also urged the Thailand government to make the human trafficking issue in Thailand a national priority. He pointed out that in the past, people who wanted to enter Thailand had to apply for a visa before arriving, which allowed Thai immigration to keep records of where these people would be staying. However, nowadays, less information is collected, and this lack of data makes it easier for people to enter and exit Thailand without proper checks.
Hi, my name is NATASHA, reporter from the Thailand. Yes, today we are going to talk about the economic household debts in Thailand. If we know that Thailand currently has one of the highest household debts to the GDP ratio in Asia, around 90% or even more. That means almost all the money the country makes in the year is equal to what the people owe. This is worrying because its families are only focused on paying back their debts. They will spend less, and when people spend less, businesses invest and economy slow down. So what causes these high household debts? There are three main reasons. So first, low wages. Many Thai workers don't earn enough to cover their daily expenses, so they borrow money. Second, easy access to loans. Banks and even informal leaders give out the loans sometimes without checking if people can actually afford that. Third, the cost of living is rising. Things like education, healthcare, and housing are getting more expensive every year. That's all from me, reporter from the Thailand's News, NATASHA.
conclusion, every country has its up and down, and that's what makes the world so interesting and worth getting to know.